Fuck, you can call in. The numbers in my stories. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now we're back.
And we're back. Can you hear us?
Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us? Please say yes, but only if you're not lying. Can you hear us?
God. Jesus
Can you
Christ.
guys comment and tell us if you could hear us? Because I fucking hope you can. Please say yes.
I'm getting a thumbs up.
Okay, that's a yes.
We're getting some yeses.
All right,
Seriously, get in the
sick.
chat right now and just say yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, all right. We're
All
back
right,
in business,
so,
ladies.
Some rule of thumb. Welcome to a very special live episode of Guys We Fucked, where you could call in, and then just rule of thumb: if we're already talking to somebody, don't call, because I don't know how to turn on call waiting. I looked it up on the internet and it said go to settings and then phone and then turn on call waiting. I go to settings and phone, ain't no fucking call waiting option, and I've updated my iOS and I got a fucking iPhone 12 Pro. So, so don't call us while we're taking another call. And the number is 917-300-0833, baby. It's also in my Instagram stories, and it's in Guys We Fuck's Instagram stories.
And I'll be posting it in the chat all
Yes,
night,
and
so
let's take
keep
our
an eye on
first
the chat.
call, shall we?
And I was going to post it, but I don't know it because I can't remember that many numbers at once. Can you turn my headphone down a little bit?
Yeah.
Hi, hello. You're live with Guys We Fucked. How are you doing?
All right.
My name is Chelsea.
Chelsea?
I like that Christina goes, how you doing? She goes, my name is Chelsea. This is urgent.
How you doing, Chelsea? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just driving home from work.
Okay. What's going on? What do you need advice on, or what questions do you want to ask, or what story do you want to regale us with?
So I need advice. I have a boyfriend. We've been together for about 2 years now, and everything is great in our relationship, except he tends to have a lot of conspiracy theory beliefs that I don't necessarily...
Take it away, Corinne.
All right. Are we talking political conspiracy or like aliens?
Political.
Okay.
That's what I thought. So that's a me department
Yep.
anyway.
What came up was we were talking about his dad has some health issues, but basically him and his family believe that
It was the jab? Please tell me they believe it was the jab. Please tell me. Wait,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you say it again?
I was going to say, I was like, I feel like too many things are going on at once. But I said, please tell me they think it's due to the jab.
the vaccine.
She'll know what that means if
They
it's
do.
so.
They do.
See, I was like, that's
Wow, you nailed it,
Yeah,
girl.
you know, well, on Without a Country, I was talking about how if anyone like refers to the COVID vaccine as the jab, they're severely mentally ill.
Oh.
Severe mental illness going on
shit.
there.
Well, there's a red flag that we get. Yeah.
And then someone commented on the YouTube video of it. They were like, "Oh, she's so freedom of speech." But then if someone calls something the jab, I go, it's like if someone refers to women as females, you're in for a fucking trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So they think the health problems are due to the COVID vaccine.
Yes, this is one of many things.
Yeah.
Or like another thing, was the January 6th stuff. They believe that
It
it
rocked.
was a conspiracy. The Democrats created.
Oh,
Blah, blah, blah. But
oh,
what
wait.
came up the other day was about the
Yeah.
jab.
Okay.
And I just don't know what to do going forward. I don't know what to say to him when he says these things.
ask him for proof, for evidence.
I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean, I was thinking of asking some more questions, but I'm just concerned that this is going to affect our relationship going forward. I don't know if I can stay with him if he has these crazy beliefs, because we've had conversations before and it just kind of doesn't end up going well. He ends up getting upset.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, listen, I actually do believe, and a lot of people would disagree with me. I am happy to date people with political beliefs different from my own.
Crazy bitch.
I think it is possible.
That's disgusting.
The boyfriend that I had who had, very different political beliefs from me, I wouldn't actually even call them different political beliefs, but he did vote for, under a different party, was the boyfriend that I definitely got along the best with and saw eye to eye, like as far as like life and how it works, the most similarly. So I would never say no to that. The problem is, it's a very similar thing happened in my relationship, is that like because when Trump became president, it was so many conspiracy theories started to circulate, and also the way that social media now distributes information, that it actually, and I truly believe, can lead people into like mental illness, into like a pit that they can't get out of. And so that's what it seems like your boyfriend's seeping into. So to me, it's not so much like that he believes different things, but it's like kind of a warning signal that things are going to get pretty bleak. And as someone who lived through it, it's living through watching someone become, and again, I can't diagnose him as mentally ill, but like watching someone dip into like a deep conspiracy hole was truly one of the most traumatic experiences of my life.
Wow.
It was so scary that like I talked about it once publicly, and I actually really regret it because of the feedback. Because I don't like, I mean, I'm sure other people have gone through it, but it just turns into this like polarizing political conversation. And that's not at all what it is. It's like, it's extremely scary to see someone, like, especially a young person, lose their mind, but not because they have like Alzheimer's and they're just losing their mind due to a medical issue. Truly losing who they are to like a political or social belief is, I was scared in my own home at times. Like, it was terrifying.
Oh God.
And so I don't want it to get that bad for you. But like,
and it already sounds like you have an inkling that it's not going well and it might be getting worse.
Yeah, to me, it's like if someone doesn't know, like, to me, this is like not a conversation of like, oh, you don't believe in like usage of, like
recycling
or like climate, change. You have different thoughts on climate change. This is like you've lost your grasp on reality.
That's a slippery slope.
And it's really scary. And also, I mean, then loaded on there, you have someone who's just kind of like, I don't know, has this like weird thing going on with their family where they're just like, I don't know, the family thing weirds me out too. Cause it's like, now you're not just working against him. Like, at least for me, I was just like working with my boyfriend. It's not like his whole family agreed with him. In fact, I think his family was like, what? And was like, no. Yeah. His mom was upset that we broke up. So
bummer.
She was recommending our book in airports.
Oh, shit.
Oh God. But yeah.
Does that resonate?
Yeah, it does. It's just tough because our relationship is so great in all these other ways.
Damn, that does suck.
That's just the one thing.
But it's a big thing. Yeah, I mean, one's concept of reality, I would say, is a major part of who they are. And I got to be honest, especially now that Trump has, in fact, announced that he's running for president in this next election, and not that it's just Trump related. I mean, there's we have worse candidates. I'm guessing, DeSantis is going to run as well, which is, I think, even bleaker. But again, like, it's not so much the politics. It's the ugliness that is going to come out in society during the election. It's not Republican versus Democrat. It's the ugliness, and there will be lots of ugliness from the Democrats too. There's always ugliness.
Way to bring us together. I love that.
Yeah, but
what? Maybe proceed with caution the next couple months and just see, because when you try to talk to him about it, how does it go?
I mean, it's hard because I'll try to bring up points and like counter his arguments, but a lot of times, I don't have facts on hand.
Right.
And that's where it gets tough, because then he'll kind of just get bothered by the fact that I don't necessarily have anything to back up what I'm saying, although, it's not like I'm getting things out of thin air. So
I will say that's one of the things that you kind of agree to when you are in a relationship with someone who has different political beliefs from you. If you both care about politics, you do have to do a lot more reading.
What about
excessive reading, I would say.
What if you had a conversation with him and you were really honest about it, and you said exactly what you said to us, like, hey, I really love this relationship, but I have to be honest, the way that you are spiraling into conspiracy theories, it might get to the point where I can't be in this relationship any longer. What is it going to be, me or the conspiracies? You don't have to say it like that, but deliver that sentiment.
You probably don't want to call them conspiracies.
Yeah.
Right, because that'll
beliefs.
sound condescending.
Just, I think I think you can also like just acknowledge the fact that you're scared. I think like fear is an emotion that people respond to.
Very much so.
You can say like some of the beliefs you've shared with me and like won't waver on. It scares me, and I don't want to feel scared.
I think that's a good idea. That's a good way to approach it.
Yeah, and if he remains steadfast and he's like, "This is just who I am, babe," then you know for a fact that this relationship is not worth investing more of your time in.
And additionally, if you have a partner that doesn't care that you feel fear around him, then that's not a good partner anyway, because
Wise.
one of the main things your partner should do, and I know it's normally the
Safety.
masculine thing, but I think that both partners should make each other feel safe, So, like a lot of times it's women making men feel, safe sharing their emotions, and then men making women feel physically safe. Or in my case, I just do both. But not a chance I would let any of my other my ex-boyfriends fight for me. But yeah,
I hope that helps.
yeah. Sorry, this really sucks. I know firsthand.
Yeah, it does. But no, thank you. I think that's a good place to start with a conversation with him, and I'll definitely see how things go over the next couple of months.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it is a win-win situation because either way, you get to stay in a relationship that you love and he wants to evolve and change, or you move on to a relationship that's going to serve you better.
Also, he doesn't have to like stop believing these things. Just like shut up a little bit. I think men could learn a lot from like the concept of just shutting up sometimes. Like I have, it's like, the same way it's like, like I'll like read my horoscope, but I'm not like telling everyone about it, so I can just shut up sometimes, and I can enjoy my things and he can enjoy his things.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you guys for your advice.
Yeah, take care. Have a
Love
good
you
night.
both.
Love you.
Thank you. Drive safe.
bitch.
I go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how you're watching YouTube while driving. Although a lot of my Uber drivers do it, so obviously
Dude,
it's possible.
some of the Uber drivers have multiple phones, and they're just watching their soap operas on fucking YouTube. And I'm like, how about you watch that thing right in front of you? It's The Wheel.
Well, you got to stream it at some point.
This person's calling
right?
from Australia.
All right. Can I have that beer?
This is I'm drinking, but you want this one?
Yeah, please.
Hey, Laura, welcome to Guys We Fucked. Sorry. Hi. Sorry.
Hi, guys. How you going?
Good. How are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm really good. I didn't think I'd get through, actually. So
Well, you're here, baby.
Christina yelled, "Oh my God, someone from Australia is calling," and then picked up the phone.
Yeah. What's your name and what can we help you with?
my name's Keely, a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Nice.
I don't know if it's necessarily anything that you can help with, but just a story that I wanted to share with others that might have gone through the same thing. It's a bit of a doozy. So I came across you guys from my husband, who's been listening to you for years and years and years. So thank you to him for getting me amongst it all. But we got married at the end of 2021 in a really small COVID-style ceremony. But we'd already paid for our big wedding. So we were going to do another huge party at the end of December just last year. However, 4 weeks before the wedding, he let me know that he had realised that he doesn't want children ever. And I'd been going through the first stages of IVF for over 12 months.
Oh, my God.
And then told me he also couldn't go ahead with the second wedding or the wedding for all intents and purposes.
Are you going to get a
We're now
divorce?
separating.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's a blummer. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Didn't ever anticipate it. We were together for about 5.5 years and friends for a solid 10 years before that. The complication within it is he is a cop and he's dealing with some pretty serious mental health issues. So finally he is getting some help, but this is, I think, ultimately the result of starting to unpack a lot of things. So the purpose for my call is not necessarily for women, because I'm sure there are plenty of women that have gone through something similar or have had trouble, but more for men, and to kind of get them to start opening up and see a counsellor, and don't be afraid of digging into things that you might need to explore and heal, because ultimately you're going to damage other people's lives as a result of that. I'm 38, so I'm not, too much of a young chicken. I've got fertility issues as well, so it's a pretty massive blow for me to have to be dealing with this and starting over again. So,
oh my gosh,
would you consider continuing IVF with just a donor, or
great people were sperm donor babies?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked. For me, it wasn't necessarily about having a child. It was always about having a family.
Oh, right.
So whether I would do that by myself, I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years, if, the window's closing, because it is rapidly, then, I might do that. But right now, I don't think I can contend with bringing a child into the world by myself.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And I wish you all the luck in the world with your future, and I hope it brings somebody that you love and loves you and you can make a family with.
Thank you so much. And I'll finish on a happy note. We are selling our house, and from the share of the money, I'll be traveling the world. So I might come and see you guys.
Yay!
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Well, that is great news. That's great news.
Go visit someplace cooler than America is
New
my
York's-
note, but
New York's pretty sick.
New York is sick, but the rest of it could go. New Orleans, I also like.
I heard Montana's good too, but
I
haven't been there yet.
Montana, I heard beautiful but racist. So
that's not good.
it's half and half.
No, we'll stay away from that. We've got enough going on that in Australia at the moment as it is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it. And best of luck in your future.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, girls.
Thanks for calling. Bye. And then just as a note of thumb, guys, if you're watching us live, don't call if you see we're on a call with somebody else, because even though I put Do Not Disturb on,
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do shit.
It doesn't do anything. We've exhausted
this
the
is a call.
technology. We've tried everything we can.
Yeah, and I've put it in the chat too, just in case anybody has any doubts. Please stop.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Can someone text me the number so I can put it in my social media?
Yes.
Hi, you're live with Guys We Fucked. What's your name and what can we help you with?
Hi, I'm calling because I have a friend who. Sorry, I'm like really shook up because I'm watching you live and there's a delay.
Yeah, so you have to turn it off. It's like on a radio show.
Turn your radio
Turn
down.
the volume on your YouTube video completely off so that we can hear each other good.
I have a friend who has a girlfriend who's living in Israel, and she lives in Philadelphia, where we are.
Okay.
And they just recently got in a huge fight about body image.
Oh.
She's like large, my friend, and her girlfriend was like, yeah, I was kind of embarrassed at first of what people might think about it.
Oh, that sucks
and
to hear.
she was talking to me yesterday, and I wasn't sure if it was like my place to be like, hey, maybe she shouldn't come because you guys really need to sort this out.
It's her relationship and it's her business. Although that's a disgusting sentiment to be communicated. Like, some things are inside thoughts, and like, shut the fuck up.
I'm
girlfriend.
confused. Is this like wait who? Okay, so
So
his
overweight friend.
Is this two women or
they're in a lesbian relationship? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what confused me, because I was like, who's who? What? Okay.
And your friend is bigger, and her girlfriend, who is currently in Israel, said I was initially embarrassed when I was worried of what other people would think.
Yeah, I'm explaining it poorly. I can add more context.
Wait, is this someone who? So is she like an Israeli citizen, or is she just currently in Israel?
She is an Israeli born and raised citizen.
So this
she,
is like a 98-day fiance shit?
Say it again?
Is this like 90-day fiance shit?
I think they're just dating.
No, they met this summer and really hit it off, and now they're like seriously considering about like living together in Philadelphia.
Right.
But like, I've had my concerns about it already, but it's like not my place necessarily to be like, hey, no, don't do, like, it's not, it's someone else's relationship, like you guys are saying.
What else concerned you other than this?
Go ahead.
Were there other incidences that concerned you in addition to this?
Well, I guess my feeling is just like met this summer for like a month and a half, 2 months. And then like most of their relationship then has been like long distance. And maybe I'm prejudiced against long distance relationships.
I am too. It's fine. Let's gang up on them. That's why I was asking so many questions. I am also prejudiced against it. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like it's not significant or like
it's not a real relationship. Let's just call it like it is. I'm 100% on your side. It's very easy to write long, lovely text messages and have, fanciful Zoom conversations. It is so different than fucking existing in the real world, and I couldn't agree with you more. You're right.
Wow, Corinne never says that to people. Congrats.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. I'm saying it right here on Guys Be Fucked. Long distance relationships are fake. That's why I love them. That is why I love them,
it's the
guys.
energy of an affair.
Exactly.
Well, how close are you with your friend?
I would say she's like my best friend.
Okay.
I hope you don't explain it like that.
I would say she's my best friend.
If Tommy said she's like my best friend.
Look, I'm a fan of like somebody else's relationship isn't your business unless they talk to you about it. She talked to you about it. When she talked to you about it and said what her girlfriend told her, was she upset, or was she just like kind of passing it off as like, yeah, and then she said this. Anyway, you want to go get Chinese food?
Yeah, she was upset. She was like,
okay.
She was like clearly like really struggling with it, and she like mentioned like she was disappointed in herself at how much it was upsetting her.
Oh,
like she was like, I wish I was like more, I guess, like over this or body positive to the point where like it could feel better.
Yeah, but being body positive doesn't mean taking emotionally abusive comments from your girlfriend.
Because I disagree, because I think if there's any reason she should be disappointed in herself, it should be for staying with someone after they said something like that to her. And listen, in almost every serious relationship I've ever heard of, one partner has said something kind of that I would consider irredeemable to the other person. Yeah. And sometimes it works out. I'm thinking of various examples. I'm going to share something after this call. In my head, including things that people have said to me, in relationships. So, it just happens. But, definitely as I've gotten older, it's kind of like an immediate deal breaker for me now. But that's a hard place to get to. I literally didn't get married or have kids to spend the amount of time that it takes to get past that. And I was already coming into life with more self-confidence than the average person.
Right.
So it's a tough thing to get past, because once you like somebody, you want to excuse their bad behavior.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what if you said this to your friend? Just say, hey, it would really bother me if I allowed this, if I didn't say something to you right now. And look, if it doesn't resonate with you, throw it away. But as your best friend, I love you so much that I would consider what your girlfriend told you as potential emotional abuse and bullying. And a partner's supposed to make you feel safe and like you can be yourself. And it just doesn't sound like her girlfriend is setting the stage for a loving relationship with mutual respect.
And also, I would say, listen, you're a lesbian, so it's not going to be hard to find someone to commit. So, know, if this was a heterosexual relationship, maybe I'd rethink this. But you're a lesbian, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a strong urge to say something. I feel like something in that vein is very wise. She's being really accommodating to her girlfriend. She said I feel like the only way I can rationalize her saying this to me is because it's rooted in her own body image issues, right? It's rooted in her own fear of being big or being perceived as big, And I just think, while maybe I can understand that, does that
it doesn't
though?
Yeah, and it doesn't excuse the fact that this woman thought the thought and then fucking said it out loud to her partner. Our brains are filters, and we can use them if we choose.
Yeah, because I'm going to say something a little controversial now. I think it's okay to, in your mind, like have an idea aesthetically of what you want the person that you're going to date to look like. And I think that's fine. And that's something that like we actually do disagree with as like on a societal level now. Like there is this like kind of like progressive stance that you should be open to dating anyone no matter what they look like, which is like obviously not true because
that's
like
not how physical attraction works.
We've all agreed not to date ugly people, so it's like not true. But then there's other things that go under that bracket, including weight, right? But the thing is, she already decided. She already saw what she looked like, and she already made the decision to date that person. So once you make that decision, then you cannot comment on it any longer.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very manipulative.
Because you made the fucking decision.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna get into it?
Good point, Corinne.
Get into a relationship with someone and then try to change them
or make them feel
or
bad.
make them feel bad for what you already fucking said yes to.
Because a lot of times people will chip away at your confidence as a means of control, and I'm not about that.
Yeah.
So there's my hot take.
Mike wanted to get on the fucking record.
I agree.
The good news, however, is that your friend is the Philadelphia friend, correct?
Yes.
So she's not going to do anything stupid like move to Israel. So I mean, like that. So at least like we're not getting into, because that's what I was worried about when I said 90-day fiance territory. You know. So that is like that would be like the huge problem where you absolutely have to halt it.
That would be like DEFCON 1. Like that would be a dreadful day.
Yeah.
Also, hilarious move from Israel to Philadelphia.
Hey, Philadelphia's a great city.
It is, but we're talking about aesthetics. Like, if she doesn't like a fat girlfriend, she's definitely not gonna like Philadelphia.
Welcome to the dingiest city of the world. Yeah.
Man, have I got bad news for you, Toots.
I almost want to prank her and just have her come, not to date your friend.
The cheese whiz capital of the world.
Yeah, Israel, everyone's beautiful. The place is beautiful. So what? There's a constant war going on.
They give you a cheesesteak when you get off the plane in Philly. So, yeah. But, yeah, I would say something because it's on your mind. And this could be the brink of... It could be something that's emotionally abusive. I don't know this woman at all. I just know from what you're saying to me. But... yeah, it doesn't sound good. So I would say something.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
And go Eagles.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Bye. Man, you know what I was thinking of? Oh my God, there's so many things that Steven said to me that I was like, how the fuck? I've told you them, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's
one of them
easy for me because I went in not liking him, so I gotta go, just add shit. Please, tell me more.
One time he said to me, I like that your skin isn't that clear.
Oh,
or that your skin isn't.
You told me that.
Because my last girlfriend, Stoya, had perfect skin and it was kind of annoying. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, buddy. Let's go fuck.
Dude, I've had people say they like that I had zits too, but it was even it was a
Don't
less.
say that.
It was because it was even like it was like less rude but more creepy.
Creepy?
Because
young.
Because it makes you look young. Yeah, it makes you look like really young.
Like a
And
teenager.
he said it like that. He said really young.
It makes you look like a little girl, Corinne.
In my experience, guys don't really care about zits though. So
No.
thank God.
The other thing he said to me, though, I remember he was taking a photo shoot of me when we were first dating.
He used to love to do that. And like, it was hilarious because you guys working together was the worst environment I've ever been in. Literally, Christina would be like, do you want to shoot something with me and Steven? And I go, I'm going to say it's a no from me, dog, but we didn't have any money. We didn't have any money, so we had to.
When he did. Sorry,
and he was talented.
I gotta
so we
say,
had to.
Corinne, I've made you endure a lot. I've made you endure a lot.
I was shivering in the
so
corner
sorry.
like a dog from a rescue.
I'm so sorry,
Christina
girl.
said,
I can't believe you're still talking to me, to be honest.
Christina said, you might not have had a traumatic childhood, but you're about to have a traumatic 22.
Adulthood, yeah.
No, 25, I guess, 25. Oh
yeah, one of the things he said when he took a photo of me, and I got pissed at him, but like I ultimately, like, I told him it was fucked up. Like, don't fucking say that to me. It was like, you're not really good at being sexy in photos.
He said that to you?
Yeah, and I'm like,
I think he said that in front of me too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because I think that was like a not once thing. But then the thing is,
maybe blocked out the second.
But then but you've said that about yourself too. So then, did you absorb it from him, or is it how you really feel?
No, it was how I really felt.
Oh.
But it's like, buddy, first of all, fuck you, rude. Second of all, I know I can get there, but not with those comments.
Yeah, I mean, usually someone saying you're not sexy doesn't help with sex appeal in my experience.
No, I'll say that's very correct.
I wouldn't say I'm no doctor, but
it's very correct. Accurate statement.
Pictures could look better. You're just not that sexy.
Yeah, you're not good at being sexy in front of the camera.
Girlfriend of mine.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, once you feel like your partner doesn't think you're sexy anymore, like that to me is such. That's like the killer. The killer.
Yes.
And it
kills your self-esteem. Like it just your sense of expression. Like because and especially when you know you are sexy and like it's a real shame that you're not enjoying it, my guy.
Yeah, no, it's oh God, yeah. That I've definitely experienced that both ways in relationships, both where I stopped thinking the guy was sexy and then both where I felt like he didn't think I was sexy anymore.
And then would you say something?
Yeah. Oh, I've definitely said it.
If you like my
but then it starts getting into a conversation where the person's like, no, I do think you're sexy, and like that
Prove
also
it.
doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think you're sexy. You go,
I promise.
Prove it. Get a hard on right now.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah. You're just like it just feels bad, and once that's gone, I don't know how to retrieve that. Really.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gosh. I guess it's called putting the work in, but I don't do
Boo.
that.
Not on this show.
Not on this show.
Okay. All right. A bunch of people called, but we were talking, so now you can call again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn Do Not Disturb.
Number is 917-300.
Oh, we got somebody.
0833.
Press 1 to start the call, or the call will start at the beep.
Hi, you're live with Guys We Fucked. What's your name and what can we help you with?
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Vancouver. I love you both so freaking much. I actually just bought tickets to Christina, your Vancouver, your New West show for February 17th.
Did you forget?
Wait, I'm in Vancouver February 17th?
Is it Winnipeg?
You're in New West, which is very close to Vancouver.
On February 17th I am?
Oh boy.
Aren't you in Canada?
I'm in Canada February 9th through the 11th. Shit, did I write down my tour dates down wrong?
Guess you're going back.
I mean, if you bought tickets, it's happening.
That's so funny.
Wait. I bought tickets. I'm definitely.
Oh, it's March. March 16th, 17th, 18th.
It's March.
Or yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
March 17th.
Oh, okay, good.
We
'cause
just
I was
almost
like,
had a meltdown in the studio.
Girl, I've
Live
been
on
writing
air.
shit down wrong. Sometimes I'm in a rush. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm excited. No, it's okay.
Oh, March, you're spending St. Patrick's Day in Canada.
Yes.
Wait, do you guys do St. Patrick's Day in Canada?
To come see you.
Do you do St. Patrick's Day in Canada? Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
We do. I worked in bars for a long time, so I kind of avoid bars on that night.
Wise. Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of now fascinated by the concept of a Canadian St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe they're more polite about it. When they have to
have
throw
to
up,
be.
they do it in a little bag.
No one could be less
No,
polite than us. But
So what's
Canadians are not more polite about it. Anyway, so my problem, or the thing I kind of wanted to say, well, for one, you guys completely inspired me to end my terrible engagement a couple months ago, right as I started grad school, which was the best decision of my entire fucking life.
You're
Yay.
welcome.
So
Yes,
thank
girl.
you guys. I think.
Yay, that's great.
And yeah, and honestly, like when you tell the person you're about to get engaged to that you got into grad school and their level of excitement isn't that much, nor do they know what you're going to grad school for.
Oh my God.
Like,
You made a wise decision. Did you tell him what you were going for, I assume, right? Because you're
I did, but to be honest, we were together for, like, I was doing grad school for 1 month before I fully ended it and had him move out of my apartment.
Hell yeah.
And in that time, if I asked him, hey, like, what am I doing? He still didn't know.
Oh, wow.
my
What are
God.
you going to grad school for?
To be fair, it is, I'm not going to say that it's like easy breezy words. I'm going to grad school for geomatics and remote sensing, so mostly programming satellite data for different environmental or business purposes.
Whoa, that's cool as shit.
So I would have just been like, she's programming some satellite shit. Like, he should know that part.
Yeah. Because I have a friend who's in
Right?
finance
I was like, there's layman words you could use.
Yes, yeah. But I'm glad you ended it, and I'm glad that you feel good about that decision. That's wonderful to hear.
Thank you. And it's been a couple months, and I definitely have stayed away from dating so far. Also, grad school doesn't really give you any time for those things.
Yeah.
However, I guess this is more so a question for Corinne, because I think she seemingly deals with this as well.
What is it about being called fat?
Or a cunt?
I'm a very...
Or a whore.
Yes, actually, I do have the word cunt embedded in my ring. So, yes.
Nice.
But, no, it's just... So this past partner was the first guy that I had ever invited to live with me. I lived alone for quite a few years during COVID prior to, and absolutely loved it. I made the mistake of letting him move in with me. And going forward, I feel like every guy I date has this weird thing where he doesn't want, well, one, a lot of guys I date don't have like grad school degrees. So I'm like, for one, I'm like, I have my own apartment, I have a degree. Like, how do I not take myself down a notch, but how do I get them to not see me as like just this like intimidating thing where they either feel like bad about themselves and then lash out at me, or I don't know. It's just, I feel like dating is weird.
No, wait, have you had that experience though? Or are you just just projecting an anxiety?
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Like,
Okay.
I feel like every time I either tell people that I have like I have a biology degree and now I have a geomatics graduate degree and I'm going into like some really cool work, and then I live alone and I have kind of my own shit already set up. People just get very weirded out by that, and they either immediately kind of are like, oh well, we should just like move in together. You should get rid of your place, or they just they almost like won't let me say anything in regards to schooling or education because they're just like, well, not everyone has that, Sarah, and that's. I don't know. I just don't know if they're trying to take me down a notch.
Yeah, of course they are. You're dating the wrong people. You're dating the wrong people.
You have a litmus test that will give you immediate results, which is kind of a good thing. But the unfortunate part about it is going to show you how many people are pieces of shit. But you know right away it's a thank you next the second they have that reaction. Because I will say there are so many men in the world that would value a strong, intelligent woman and be not only like excited that you're going to grad school, but like ask you questions. Yeah, Mike's one of those people.
We get it. You're great.
He's a big hog. He's single and he's handsome. But like not only that, like so one of your requirements for a partner is you want them to be naturally curious about what you do and excited about your career path and all the things you've accomplished so far. And you're gonna find how they feel about that very quickly, which honestly is a blessing because some people you date for a couple years, then you move in together, and then you find out they suck, and that's a waste of time.
True.
Yeah, so it was for me. It was the way you asked the question. So the way you phrased that this question was, how do I get them to see me as not intimidating? What? And to that I said, what? You're going about it all wrong.
Yeah, you just exist.
You're getting about it all wrong. You don't get someone to see you as anything. You exist in an authentic way.
Yep.
And then people who value that will gravitate towards you.
Yep.
So if you find yourself having to like rebrand and reframe when you meet a guy so that he's not intimidated by you, you're talking to someone who doesn't have an appropriate sense of self-worth and is not ready to be in a relationship with a fully formed woman.
Yes.
In the past year, I've been talking a little bit about, like I kind of said, I wasn't having sex until I met a higher caliber of man, and this is part of what I'm talking about. So it's like. I was in a phase that was just like I was just trying to date hot guys, and that was like on purpose. Like it wasn't. I was like, yeah, these people are not bringing a lot to the table, but all I want them to bring is hotness. Yeah. And that was fine for a while, and then I moved past that, and then I was like, okay, we have to move on to a higher caliber of person because you're moving on to a next phase in your life where you actually have to be serious. When I was just like, I was dealing with a lot of shit, and I go, I'm just gonna date hot people because hot people make me happy for a small amount of time.
Yeah. Nice to look at.
Exactly.
They're nice to look at.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, you have to, and it's hard, and like I know that unfortunately, the more cool things you have in the pros column as a woman, like it does seem like the less options you have from the pool of men. But that's not a reflection on you, and we shouldn't change or not self-actualize or achieve things because of that. I think it's more just like societally men need to move forward a little bit. And you know, I think they are, honestly, but it'll take time, and that's not your job. So,
and also, please, and just keep in mind, just remember, and I think, and everybody remember this, every straight woman that dates men, that there are guys out there that will be.
I am bi, so I could.
Oh, date a girl. What are you doing?
The other way. I know. Actually, so when I come to your show in March, not February.
Hell yeah.
I'm bringing my little cousin who just turned 21, and she just came out to her mom as bi, and we have an aggressively traditional Italian family, Portuguese Italian family. So I'm the only person that's like gay, tattooed, lives in like the city. So I'm so excited to I've introduced her to you guys' podcast, so I'm so excited to bring her to your show.
Yeah, and then hunt for puss afterwards, you know? I mean, a woman's not going to be intimidated by your career. A woman's going to make you feel like the queen you are. And there are men out there that will also make you feel like the goddamn queen you are. So,
for sure.
But you have to remember that, because then when you encounter one that doesn't, you go, all right, not seeing you ever again.
Yeah, I think, my filtration process just needs to be better. It's an unfortunate place that I spent most of my my working years working in like bars and clubs and event planning. So those people are social as hell. Scientists are the least social people. Like computer programmers, they're the least social, least flirty, and honestly kind of the least sexy people sometimes.
They don't need to be. That's why they got into programming, because they knew they needed money.
They're like, I could program your software for your home security.
Yeah. Well, also, how old are you? Like grad school age? Like, are you 20? Like, how old are you? 20 what?
I'm 29.
29. Okay.
You're a young thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, young. It was my first and only engagement. I ended it after 3 months. That's how much I knew that it was not going to work, and I very much do not need to do that again. So
how old was he?
Happy to live alone and chill for a bit, but I wish the dating pool was easier to deal with sometimes.
Girl, same.
Don't we all?
But thank you ladies so much for your help.
How old was your ex-fiance?
Pardon?
How old's your ex-fiance?
My ex-fiance was 3 years older than me, so he was 32.
Okay.
And
oh, that's extra disappointing.
I think it was also one of those things. He was so severely, kind of like your ex, were so severely unhappy with his own self that everything was just
on you.
The worst.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that your job if you hate your life every day. So,
yeah. You create your reality, motherfucker. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations and best of luck out there. And I'm glad you're bi, because then you got way more options.
So true. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Have a great night, ladies.
Take care. Bye.
Man. Yeah, it is important to remind ourselves that there are fantastic men out there. And that reminder makes the bad ones stand out and makes you not want to, tolerate them. Hello, you're live with Guys We Fucked. What's your name and what the fuck you need help with?
Hi, my name is Kelsey, and I am 30 years old, and I am navigating my first friends with benefits situation.
Ooh. Whore. Love it.
So, part of me is like, I'm like, am I too old for this?
No,
or should I just be like, fuck it, I'm having fun. Like, let's try this out for once.
Yeah, you're a human being. Any human being wants, as long as you want a friends with benefits, then you're
never too old for friends with benefits.
Yeah, people in nursing homes, STD rates in nursing homes are through the roof because they all fucking friends with benefits.
Cool. I mean, that's what I figured. I guess my main thing is my goal, long term, obviously, is I ideally would like to be in a long term committed relationship, and I feel like I've gotten to the point where I know myself well enough, and I have certain standards set to where I'm not going to settle for any type of mediocre relationship. But I also don't necessarily want to be celibate either.
Right.
So, when certain opportunities arise, even though it's not typically what I want in the long term, I'm kind of just navigating how much am I kind of being a little bit self-indulgent, or if it's would ever reach the point where it's getting a little self-destructive, especially since it's not just a random person. It's one of my closer friends, or at least, someone as part of my main friend group.
Mm-hmm. Why are you laughing?
I guess my main thing at this
because women always make things so complicated. Oh boy. Okay.
I know, right? Like, because I'm sure he's not worried about all this. He's just
probably
like, hell
isn't.
yeah, I get to like fuck my friend that I'm attracted
Well, but also
to.
just men would just fuck random people. But I mean, this is it's a safety issue with women too, so it's easier for men.
There's more layers.
But
to
it's
it.
just so funny because you're just like, it's my first one, and it's one of my closest friends. Okay. So do you? And is this someone that you, under no circumstances, would want to be in a relationship with?
Well, that's the other problem. Is
I thought so.
I like him, but I also recognize that there's like emotional maturity and emotional unavailability issues there that, make me recognize that he's not available for a relationship and that I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone, that has those issues. But like, if he didn't, then like, yeah, sure, great. But
slippery
I recognize
slope.
that that's not the person in front of me right now.
Yeah,
Right.
that's also a slippery slope for friends with benefits, because if you have potential feelings for him or like a seed of a feeling, that's not going to go away if you keep fucking him.
Yeah.
As much as I wish it would.
Exactly. I know. Yeah. And like, we tried not to for a while. Like we've been friends for
tried or you didn't?
3 years.
Wait, how long have you been friends for?
3 years.
Oh, so it's not that good of a friend.
We acknowledged that we were into each other about a year ago, but then initially we were like, oh no, this is a bad idea. Like, we're kind of too intermingled with our friend group and everything. And then obviously the attraction is just going to go away even if you acknowledge that it's not a good idea. And then we just kind of were like, this keeps coming up, might as well
I feel like when two people are in the same room and they say it's not a good idea if we fucked, that makes you only want to fuck each other.
Sure.
Like that's like a recipe for being horny.
Oh my
that's
God,
like verbal Viagra for both parties.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
and then, of course, we've even had a couple conversations just about what we feel comfortable with and what the best way to kind of navigate it should be. And of course, it's we don't really want our other friends to know because that would put outside pressure on it, which makes it even hotter because we have to keep it a secret.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's at this point, I'm just, thinking obviously, and we've both acknowledged that this has to be a temporary type situation because, either one of us, most likely me, will catch too many feelings and have to walk away, or one of us will get into a relationship. So,
well, I was going to say when you said you both acknowledge that when you said you both acknowledge that this has to.
Is there a way to make it not end poorly, or should I just accept that it probably will and just be I can deal with it when that comes?
So wait, back up a second. So when you said you had a conversation about you both acknowledge that this has to stay as what it is, did he say that and then you agreed? Or do you actually feel that way? Because it feels like you don't feel that way. It feels like he said it and you want to be cool girls.
Like,
so you said, yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking that the whole time.
I
already
who
thought
would even
that.
want to date you?
I thought that before you. I hate you. Ew.
Well, no, because we talked about it and, of why, we're not dating in the first place. And, he said that he's, not looking to be in a relationship or anything.
He said that.
Okay, so I have the information I need.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, so I put it out there. I was like, if that, I was like, oh, I'd be open, but obviously not. I'm not gonna try and. I don't want to convince you to want to be in a relationship with me or whatever. So,
I really wish you had recorded this call because you got to listen back to yourself. This is a bad idea. You got to stop it.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
You're
going to hurt yourself.
You're going to hurt yourself. The fact that you're saying I would be open to a relationship if you're open to it, automatically, when is that?
You're literally stuttering as you tell the story to us. It's
Girl,
not a good idea.
I've been there, my friend. It is
bad idea.
And you know what? Shit doesn't always have to end in an explosion. You could just cut it off before it gets there. Wild concept.
And again, that's what I was kind of leading towards, because I'm also recognizing that the longer it goes on, the harder it is to stop it. So
yes. So do yourself a favor, stop it, and then I'm sure he'll want you and want to date after that, but
Right. And I was gonna say, I don't want. Please do not let this get your hopes up. But I do agree with Krystyna that if there's any chance of you actually having a relationship, it will be you walking away. For sure, 100%.
It's almost science at this point.
But don't let that get your hopes up. Don't sit around and wait for him.
No, go out and fuck other people. Get another fuck buddy.
I mean, yeah, I've been like, my main thing thinking like, oh, I think I can handle this is I'm still like open to like dating other people. And, I'm on the apps and stuff. And but I'm, probably not as, looking as intently as I could be. So
also too, go out, if you have a girlfriend who's also single, go out to bars and just hunt for dick. It's so fun. I mean, it's fun in New York City. I don't know where you live, but
yeah, it has its moments. That was probably what I needed to hear.
You knew the answer.
You always do.
In the short term, it's like, it's so hot.
Feels so good.
I'm just been sitting with it currently where I'm like, this is gonna bite me in the ass at some point.
That's your intuition being correct. Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes what I think, like, to get myself like to stop doing something that is like fun in the moment, I just think like, okay, so it's fun for us both in the moment, but when it ends, it's only gonna hurt me, and I can't let men win like that, and that really motivates me.
Spite, baby.
That really motivates me to stop, because it's just like not letting a man get more than you. To me, big motivator.
Yes.
That's a good point. That's a good way to look at it.
She doth make a great point.
Why do men deserve extra and women deserve less? We don't.
Right.
Do you believe in feminism?
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for calling, and I hope that helped.
Republican.
Yeah.
No, that's the best sex. Definitely fuck them. But then just leave them though. And then tell their wife. No, kidding.
And their kids. Thank you for calling.
Oh wait, so let's take a break for a second from calls, because I feel like we haven't chatted as a group for a second. I wanted to ask you on air to put you under pressure, Mike.
Me?
Can we look at one of your dating apps? I want to see your profile.
You can look at.
I really want to see.
Yeah,
I've been dying to see Mike's dating profile, and I've never seen it, so I figured I would ask him on air.
Actually, yeah, you can look at both of them, but
can we read the stuff that it says?
You cannot read messages.
No. I wouldn't even want to read messages.
Okay, you can. Profile. I'm down.
I'm obsessed with seeing men's profiles, because I just like, I don't know.
Men don't know what they look like in photos. First of all, Mikey, you're different because you're handsome.
I think I know my angles.
Yeah. You do know your angles. It's not often that a guy does.
Yeah, Mike doesn't really take bad photos.
So Bumble and Hinge are next to each other on my phone. Okay. So you can look at Bumble first and then go to Hinge. Okay. Because they're similar, but they're different.
Get up. Ooh, power move.
I'm so excited.
Corinne is so good at revamping people's dating app profiles, which is something we used to do on our live show. Oh, so handsome.
I took that photo.
Yes, you did. That was the Seafood Tower night.
I know. Oh, yeah. Please. I remember. I actually was just telling another friend about Seafood Tower night.
So Mikey's first photo is him at a very fancy restaurant enjoying a glass of red wine, giving the camera a nice little loving glare with his handsome ass
Photo
face.
Credit, Corinne Fisher.
Oh, his occupation. Good for you.
Nice.
Producer at Guys We Fuck.
Look at
He knows his crowd. He knows his crowd.
Wait, the same man who on the last live or one of the most recent lives said, "This isn't what pays my bills." Seems like it pays in other ways.
It pays your cock. Keene University. That sounds fake, but
Kane,
it's real. It's just not a very good school.
Kane?
Yeah, it's like a famous New Jersey
Corinne's hometown.
Okay, about me. Very fun and good-smelling Italian man. Do I have a fear of commitment? Swipe right to find out. All right, so you're starting with negging the girl.
We're trolling these women.
Cute.
Honestly,
I'm gonna say
I'm into it.
I don't know that I am.
I'm giving these women an in, so then they can open the conversation and say, "Hey, Mike, do you really have a fear of commitment?"
Okay.
And many have.
I'm into this.
I disagree with that tactic.
Mike, I'm into this bio a lot, but the thing is, I feel like this is not actually who you are because you're like a sweet, sensitive guy,
right?
And you're coming off as an asshole,
right.
which I like. But like, think
That's
if we dated, how quickly I would destroy your whole life.
That's a good point. And many women have tried.
Well, but even
and I'm still standing.
And
ladies.
one did almost, but she failed eventually.
She got real close though. I'll tell you what.
There was some hotline numbers.
Mike's at home. What doesn't kill me makes me strong.
Dear Randy Newman.
Dear
I don't
Randy.
know if I could take it anymore.
Oh, Randy.
My basics. 5'11".
Yep.
Active.
Wait, is that your real height?
Yeah.
Just put 6.
You think 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's lying. Put 6.
All right.
I'm telling you,
We're
put
gonna
6.
keep lying?
Yes, because
Your bedtime soon.
Because everyone assumes.
Oh, did my thing go off?
Your bedtime reminder. You fucking
nerd.
Trying to change my lifestyle.
So no. Okay, but the reason why I'm saying lie is because everyone assumes men are lying by 1 to 2 inches.
Yeah.
So if you write 6 and show up at 5'11", people will be happy and also get more swipes. I say.
Do you think so? You think that really makes enough of a difference?
Unfair.
Yes, I think because I think a lot of people
word?
have the things starting at 6 too. So I think you're missing out on a
interesting.
lot of hot people by doing 5'11", and no one believes you're 5'11". Everyone thinks you're 5'9" or 5'10". Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes.
People
Like
think
if
I'm
you
5'9", 5'10"?
People think he.
Because you
Oh,
said
because
because
he
you told the
okay.
truth.
I got you.
Because women are all shaving 1 to 2 inches off.
I see.
So
Okay.
if you write 6, no one if you and
Hear
show
that,
up
gents?
At 5'11".
at actually 5'11",
Yeah.
no one's gonna be mad.
Show up, and also wear some boots.
And if they call you on it, you can blame me.
Okay.
That's-
my friend Corinne Fisher told me
my
to do
friend
it.
who is literally a relationship expert told me that everyone's lying and I shouldn't rob myself of good women because I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, okay.
And you could call me if they say that you're lying.
This next photo. Okay, kids, not sure. Virgo, liberal, agnostic. What does agnostic mean again? There's no.
You believe that there's something,
Yeah,
but you're not sure.
You're open to
that's good.
like
My
whatever.
interests: photography, writing, basketball, theater, cooking. Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I like this profile so far.
That picture. That picture looks like
What's the
you're in the
picture?
cuck chair at a hotel room.
Can you explain?
It's you. It's a black and white, and you're leaning onto a heater doing this.
Okay, so let me give
oh,
you.
yeah, that's in my apartment. Yeah.
Let me
I have
give
a
you my
doorman,
reviews. Let me give you my review so far though, because based on the bio now and this picture,
it's a little Andrew Tate vibe.
I think you're an ass. I actually wouldn't swipe on you because
false advertising.
You're so attractive and you're
thanks.
and you're and you like I would think you would be mean to me.
Really?
So
Oh, wow.
At this point, so I wouldn't want to
Right.
deal with that.
Yeah, people need to know that you're sweet because you're so hot.
Exactly. I agree.
It's
Okay.
meant.
And you're like a little silly too, which I think is important to
Yes.
capture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
And you're
All
just nice. You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
Not in a pushover way.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know, it's meant to be if you don't have a cat.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Okay, that picture's not bad.
What's the picture for the listening
It's like a you're about to slate for an audition. But you're in a button-down shirt and your chest hair is hanging out, and you're like,
I like the look on your
Oh,
face
yeah.
too. It's a little silly. I would actually move that one up.
Okay.
Oh, picture me and you.
That's
great.
so funny.
Yep.
I'm hoping you don't have a cat.
Yeah.
Funny.
I really wanted to hammer home the cat thing because
Yeah.
I don't want to date a woman with a cat.
Why?
Because I think they're disgusting. They shit in the house, and
Wait,
I think it does say
my
a lot.
dog shits in the
Something a lot. I
Are
think
there captions on these? No. Can you caption a photo on this app?
that's Hinge primarily.
Because you need to clarify that Christina's not your girlfriend.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
It's
Because I'm
or
too
your
sexy to be in
ex-girlfriend.
one of your
Yeah,
photos
right,
and
right.
no.
Let's scare people off.
Okay. I'm hoping you don't have a cat. And then there's a picture of you in a really gorgeous backyard smoking a cigar. No hands, smoking a cigar with your legs crossed. Everything except the way your head is positioned is Godfathery. But you're it's like you're in a pool. Almost drowning, but your nose is just above water.
I feel like I know why you chose this pic, Michael, because your foot is in real good view, and it's a nice way to say my dick is huge without saying my dick is huge. I was born in the wrong body. I was born in the wrong body, guys.
She really was.
And I'm
Size
not
12.
Fair, Corinne.
I'm not
Size
going to
12.
transition, but God, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm
You really
a man.
are. You really are.
I saw it immediately, and it's white shoes, so they're glaring.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I mean, it's fucking genius. Are you in marketing? Because that was genius. Immediately I go, if I didn't already
Is that why you posted that
you have a huge dick, I would be like, this guy has a huge dick.
I think
Mike has a huge dick.
There's a little bulge in that picture too. Is there not?
No, your leg's covering your crotch.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need a bulge. I'm blinded by
just
how
seeing
big
the
your
feet.
foot is.
I do have huge feet.
And then it's a picture of you holding a Christmas tree with one over one shoulder.
Yeah, because I'm strong.
And you're giving a heads up.
Yep.
Because you're strong.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice and strong. Because I
strong.
drink my milk. Okay.
That one's cute because it's more everyday. The other ones are like more metrosexual, and that's like this is like I'm an everyday guy.
Yeah.
I'll carry your Christmas tree.
Also,
Christmas
too,
tree,
like
right.
if we're together and we're dating and it's Christmas, oh my God, we'll get a Christmas tree together.
Yeah.
And like how cute, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a little imagining the future.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll throw that tree over my shoulder and walk it home.
I mean, sure, is it the skinniest Christmas tree I've ever seen?
It
Yes,
is tiny.
but it's fine.
It's not the Charlie Brown tree, but it's a little bigger. Okay.
Well, also, I will say there's not enough photos on dating apps of men doing physical labor, and I really like this thing that you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
I want a picture of you removing an air conditioner during wintertime.
Put the fish
Fixing a pipe.
down. Gentlemen, put the fish down, pick up a hammer.
Yes.
Pick up a hammer and actually go to hammer something, get your buddy to take a photo of it.
But yeah, don't just be like hammering into the lens because then we think that you're going to kid us.
That's an
like,
invitation for
hammer
murder.
a nail.
Yeah, no, like build a thing. Use a saw.
Yeah.
You know, you got tools.
Can we fix it?
Yeah. Please. That is so much more appealing than the fish. Oh my God.
Work with
your
your hands.
location, lives in New York. Mike's top artists,
Randy
Newman, Frank Sinatra, George Jones, Simon and Garfunkel, Talking Heads, Crosby, Stills and Nash, The Kinks, Ray Price, Harry Nilsson.
It's a little old, but I think that gives an actual, like, true representation of who you are because you are an 80-year-old Italian man.
Yeah.
Stuck in a 30-something's body.
Okay, so Hinge.
Go to Hinge. Yeah.
Overall good, but my only note is I think, like, you're coming off a little bit asshole and you're not at all.
Yeah.
And there is something, like, for me, like, I kind of want an asshole.
Yeah.
So if I showed up and you were, like, nice to me, I'd be like, ugh.
This isn't what I ordered.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay, so first photo's the same, and then
This seafood tower is getting a lot of traction. Batman.
The prompt is that you guess the song.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it.
That's cute.
That's okay. I won't shut up about how big this thing is. Michael. Why is he talking about his phone or his cock?
Mike, why reading who you are is not at all who you are? And then you wonder...
That's dating app profiles for you, man. People,
okay,
it's the biggest mistake people make.
I'm having fun with it.
Okay, but you're not going to have fun when a bitch swipes yes and then breaks your heart. Bitches are attracted to assholes. I'm a bitch. I would ruin your life.
But I have a big cock. I mean, like,
that's not going to help your emotions.
But
you can't dick down a bitch so hard that she's nice.
Yeah, that might be true. I think I would have done it by now.
Yeah, he tried and he failed.
Yeah, I did.
Don't matter how big your dong is, buddies. Okay, again, 5'11", stop producer, guys who fucked, yeah. Same pic, the black and white. Oh, it says you're looking for a short-term relationship.
What's that about?
I honestly don't. I forgot that those things were even there.
Women look at that.
Yeah.
Women look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And paired with the asshole and the thing about the dick, if you want someone to be nice to you and date you, you gotta long term.
Yeah.
All right, I'll change it.
Also,
I'll figure out how to change
also,
it.
you're in your 30s. Anyone who's writing short term in their 30s,
it's like you're a fuckboy. And you're not. Yeah. But I would think you're a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Fuckboys don't listen to Randy Newman. Ooh, I like this.
Eat me out with that face.
Yo.
That wink video?
What? Oh,
thumbs
the wink
up.
video?
That's a really good one.
So
Hair's
for the listener,
looking good.
it's me winking at the camera like that.
It's hot as shit.
Better. Yeah.
It's really hot.
You need to sprinkle in these one of you being like silly and like softer because it's this is
keep going on Hinge.
Okay,
There's more on Hinge.
Yeah.
2 truths and a lie. You ready, Corinne?
Yeah.
I shit my pants today. I shit my pants yesterday. I shit my pants last week. Mike thinks he's so fucking funny.
Michael, I'm glad
you me.
I'm glad you quit stand up.
Yeah.
Is that not funny?
That was the
Come
right
on.
choice. That was like that girl not going through with the marriage.
You really don't like that?
Are you trying to date a 12-year-old boy or a woman?
That's just funny. Come on. I mean,
not to any woman. That's not funny to any woman.
It's not. It's kind of funny. However, I am a girl. So, but also, I don't know who you are from this. And you're not jokey in real life like this.
Oh my God.
It's not that you're not boring, but you've done cool shit. Did Pauly Shore touch your, like you say, I hugged Pauly, you know what I mean? Something like that. Like that's, like when you do 2 truths and a lie, that's an opportunity to brag about the cool shit you've done.
I know, but that always just
and
seems
make it hard so that they don't know when they ask you.
But doesn't that seem like such a tool thing to do like a 2 truths and a lie? And
so do 2 cool things and then say the third one is I shit my pants.
Yeah,
3 shitting my pants.
Meet us in the middle.
I can't with that. I can't.
But you got to find somebody that has a sense of humor.
So then that's 1 shit my pants.
Okay.
You don't want a girl that thinks 3 shit in your pants.
All right, fine. All right, I'll change it.
I go crazy for a record collection. Okay, just walk around.
Wow,
Brooklyn.
he slipped in the unapproved red carpet photo.
Yeah.
No, I did.
You did not crop Corinne out of this one.
And you cropped it actually to make me look fatter.
I don't think you look fat at all in this.
You cropped it to make me look fatter.
I didn't do that on purpose.
Then you in a mahogany library with like a Belle from Beauty and the Beast, like a library ladder.
Yep.
That's at your sister's wedding?
My like a family friend's wedding.
I remember. You texted that to me. Suit. I know you texted it to me. It's your Gucci suit, right?
Xenia. But
and you had a Gucci shoes.
I had
this
Gucci
is
shoes,
you and your sister with Down syndrome dancing.
Yeah, that's
I knew
where
what
you
you were doing with that. Shameless. Look, I have a family member with Down syndrome, and I'm nice to her.
And we dance.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You know that works too, though. You know that shit works.
I don't know if this is better or worse than a picture of like a white guy feeding Kenyan children M&Ms, which is terrible for them because they've never had that in their system before.
Yeah.
They're gonna be very sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Mike dancing with his sister with Down syndrome.
In my custom suit.
In a custom suit, right. Oh, look, okay. And then, that's it. Yeah, I would say notes is integrate more of your actual personality.
Crop me out of that thing unless if you want to keep your fucking job. The fuck is that? I'm glad I looked.
All right, so that's 2 notes. Anything else?
I think it's 1 note and a threat.
Yeah.
Can I have my phone back? I'll do that.
Yeah, you get up.
You can throw it. I'll catch it.
We won't throw it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll break our own stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you.
True. All right, guys, back to the calls. That was great. Good call.
I always like forget to ask on the show, but like
that was worth it.
I've been dying to do that.
All right. Calling from Charleston, South Carolina.
There we go.
Start the call or 2 to decline. Press 1 to start the call. The call will start at the beep.
Hi, what's up? You're live with Guys We Fucked. What's your name? What's going on in your life?
Oh my God, I'm so stoked. So I don't want to share my name because it's pretty unique.
Got it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I've been dating this man who is really great, really wonderful in lots of ways, but there's been one really primary red flag that I've experienced. We've been dating for about 6 months.
Okay.
And known him for a little bit longer. And he's really, really private. And, you know, I can get that, but I don't really know what he does for work. He says he's an actor and model, but, like, that's really secondary.
He said actor model? Uh-oh.
You know,
He's not an actor model.
Yeah, he ain't.
The most private of professions.
Yeah. What is the other thing?
No, right. No, that's what he tells me he does. He's like, I also do other business. I just
Oh, he's a drug dealer. Or a John.
Is he Italian?
Or a man?
I think so. I think he might be into like some kind of finance business. It's not what it seems like. He's definitely kind of loaded. But you know, he doesn't want to tell me like anything. He's really evasive. I'll be like, "Oh, what'd you do today?" And he'll be like, "I took care of some business, saw some people, sorted some things out." And that's like, really regular with him. He gives as little information as he possibly can. He recently bought a house.
Oh, God.
He had it for like 2 months and didn't even tell me, and was like finally was like, "Oh yeah, I have to tell you about something." And he fucking bought a like $2 million house.
Whoa. Are you monogamous? Are you guys exclusive?
Does he have a gun?
Yeah, we're monogamous. He's really great in all other ways, but it's just like
that's a big.
Before go telling me anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you talked to him about this? Because that's a big deal.
You need to know.
Yes, I have, and so he says to me that a lot of people in the past have tried to take advantage of him and screwed him over. He has 2 people currently trying to sue him. One
That's
from
a
his
red
family
flag.
And one he previously dated for money.
Been
Not
there.
related to like things he did. They just are trying to get a cut of whatever. recent profits he got, I guess. And then also he's had a lot of people commit suicide in his life, and a lot of people die, and so I think there's like a sense of like closed offness just from all of that happening. And he goes, yeah, I realize I'm private, but you know, some things I don't have to tell you, and I don't need to, and if I'm ready to, I will tell you, but you asking me makes me want to tell you even less.
Okay, I don't like that tone.
I don't like this guy's attitude. Yeah, that's making my spidey senses go, turn right round.
Right, but let's not talk her out of it just yet, because he sounds excessively rich.
Yeah.
He sounds too rich to let go. We'll allow some problems. Did you Google him? Because I want to know. I'm curious if he's even using his real name. Have you seen his identification?
Yeah, like I'm really good friends with his mom. His mom and I hang out a lot. Like, I mean, I'm pretty integrated into his life. Like, I know that he is who he says he is, but I think that there's so much that he's like leaving out. Like, we'll talk about like things from the past, and like honestly, I really don't know very much about him. And I say, like, you know, we spend so much time together, but like you share very little details about your life. It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. And he says, "Oh, just be patient. It'll come with time."
I don't like that attitude. Ew.
It's gotten a little bit better, but
how can you
know whether to be alarmed about this? My mom thinks it's awful.
I think it's alarming, and it's also like, how can you have a bond and an intimate connection with somebody if you don't fucking know anything about their life?
Does he take you on nice vacations?
Does he do what?
Does he take you on expensive, like, nice vacations?
I mean, we haven't gone on a vacation yet, but like yesterday he was like, "Oh, do you want to go on this trip with me that I'm going to go on in March?" So like, I don't really care about money. This is so unimportant to me. I just like, and it's kind of
but then there's no.
I can do without all the gifts and the nice dinners. I just want to know you as a person.
Well, then this isn't the guy for you, boo-boo.
But yeah, that's kind of my point exactly. That's why I asked you that question. So if there is no value in his excessive wealth, which is a big part of the reason he's not telling you anything about himself, there's no reason for you to be with him. Because for me, at this point, men are bringing so little to my life that if
you rich,
that
then
I'm like, listen, I would love to not hear a story and go to Croatia. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. But you just gave us this earnest answer. I want to get to know someone. Okay, this isn't the guy person for you then.
Yeah.
What do you think it could just come with time? Because we've only been dating for like 6 months.
That's a long time.
Girl, a rule about men that is across the board. They tell you who they are right away. And this guy has made it pretty clear. And also, what do you like about him?
Just his energy?
His energy. He's really interesting. We like have great conversations. He has like really good
cock.
He's like well read.
Oh.
He is
he
really,
has to know the
tax
laws.
I work at a gallery, and so he like will come to our shows and like talk about it on a level with me that I haven't had my peers be able to talk about art. And
that's nice.
We have like really incredible dates, do like really like just fun activities together. He really matches me, and the level of wanting to attend things and go to things and be active, which I really enjoy.
Those are important things.
Really incredible times together.
So here's what you do. You tell him, you give him an ultimatum, because it's not a threat. It's actually how you feel, and say, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I need to get to know who they are, and you're so private, and you keep kind of dangling, like, just be patient and find out. I got to be honest, my friend. We either stop dating or you open up to me. And if it's something that you're not comfortable with, that's okay. I just can't continue to exist in this relationship. The choice is yours.
I've had a couple people tell me that like ultimatums are like always going to end the relationship. That an ultimatum will never give you the answer.
Okay, I'm gonna rephrase that.
I've given people an ultimatum and it worked almost every time.
I'm gonna rephrase that. It's a boundary.
Oh, really?
It's not an ultimatum. It's a fucking boundary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Don't use the word ultimatum.
Yeah. Say it's a boundary of mine that has been on my mind for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it some time. Maybe you will open up, like you claim you will. And it really hasn't happened. And one of the requirements for me to continue to be in a relationship is that I get to know who you are and a little bit more about you. And it's okay if you don't feel comfortable disclosing it. I just need you to know that I can't continue being in this relationship.
Come at it from an emotional perspective, not like, don't be angry when you say it. I think it's just like, say, like, again, like we talked about a couple callers ago when we talked about, like, say, for her to say it's scaring me, say it's hurting me. It's hurting me because I enjoy our time together so much. I like who you are, but I just don't feel like I know you because I don't know anything about what you do when we're not together. And I mean, the fact that you said to us, I mean, I don't know if you've ever told this to him, but like, tell him, like, I don't care about money. I care about who you are. I think that's like an important thing to say to someone who apparently has this level of money. And going back to, you said he reads a lot. Of course he does, because otherwise he would have to be silent all the time because he's not telling you anything about who he is. So he needs other people's stories, girl.
Hobbies include shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, of course he reads a lot.
Let's read together on the couch so you don't go, yep, what are you doing? Where you been?
He loves events because he doesn't have to talk about his life there. Oh, we're playing golf. You know, like, what are you talking about? Yes. Yeah, and then also like, so you're hanging out with his mom. His mom doesn't like mention what are you talking about with his mother? Like how, like, that's confusing.
No, it's really crazy because there's been a couple instances where she'll like reference something that she thought I knew about, and she'll be like, "Mom, stop talking about it. This is not the time or place."
My God, he's so precious about certain things.
Wide eyes and then just like shuts up.
Yeah, the thing is,
like,
maybe he's doing something illegal.
Like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, another thing I don't get to know. Like,
yeah, and the thing is, it could be because he's been burned by the past, but guess what? We've all been burned by our past, and it is our responsibility to make sure that we're not still actively bleeding from those wounds.
Yeah, and the reality is, if he's been burned that badly, he shouldn't he shouldn't be in relationships right now. He needs to heal those wounds and to get ready. And then then it doesn't matter who he's dating. It could be you or it could be anyone else. It's just not going to work if he's not ready to open up. Right. Who the fuck's going to put up with this?
Right.
So this isn't like a normal thing that just like some relationships are like that, and I should just like tolerate it?
How old are you?
25.
How old is he?
27, almost 8.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's younger than I thought.
Okay, so age matches. Yeah. I mean, no, this is... No,
it presented as a boundary, and this is surpassing my comfort level. And just say, I think it's important to say, like, it's okay that you want to keep this private. I just need you to know that I can't remain in a relationship where this is the dynamic.
And if you dump him, say, hey, I have an older woman for you. She doesn't want to know anything about your past.
Yeah, just take her to Croatia, and that's it. She won't want to talk to you. In fact,
I won't ask any questions.
You're a con man's dream girl, Corinne.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you. I've been an OG fucker since the beginning. Thank you for everything. Like, fucking changed my life.
Hell yeah, girl. Thanks for listening. We appreciate
you. I hope this works out. Bye.
The chat really loved that call.
That was an interesting call.
It was an interesting call. I mean, because it is like...
Hi. Oh, sorry.
Also, like, putting up with that for 6 months and you didn't go on one trip? I'd be livid.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, pretty wild.
You're live with Guys We Fucked. What's going on in your life?
Hi, my name's Cassie. I live in Denver.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And my best friend lives across the country. And she just got married like 6 months ago.
Okay.
She's 28. And she has PCOS, and they're planning on having a child. They're going through this whole surrogate situation.
Okay.
And they just started. So her partner is from Brazil, and they're in Brazil right now, and they're going through this whole surrogate process there.
Okay.
And all she can talk about is she's already planned her pregnancy and like when it's going to happen. And our other friend is getting married in 2024, and she's kind of obsessed with just like, I'm going to be 7 months pregnant. I can't go to this wedding. Like everything that we discuss, which isn't all that, like we don't talk much because we all have our own lives in our own parts of the country. But every time we talk, it's like completely surrounded around this pregnancy that hasn't happened yet.
She probably has a lot of fear around it. Anger, anxiety.
Yeah. And we've talked and we've tried to talk through it, and I've told her, like, maybe meditate on it, or you have to, like, start preparing yourself. It's going to take some time, and, like, you just have to, like, let it go as it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, yes, I know. Oh, I know it's irrational. I know this isn't, like, how I should be thinking right now, and I'll just let it happen as it happens. But every time she says, yeah, I know I shouldn't be thinking like this, that's all she can talk about. And we've tried to talk about it in every which way, and I've tried to be supportive, and I've tried to just let her know, like, there's literally nothing you can do right now. You're taking every step you can, so please just be patient with yourself. And I'm kind of losing my mind over it, and I don't want to cut her off, like, at all, because we don't talk enough anyway. Like, I miss her all the time, so I do want to keep our conversation as much as it is, which is not much already. So I'm just kind of at a loss of, like, is there something I'm missing? Like, can I say anything else to be like, can our friendship go back to, like, not being surrounded by this?
But I mean, if this is your best friend,
is she your best friend?
Can't you just tell your best friend to shut the fuck up? That's what the point of having a best friend is.
Yeah, like, hey, girl, I got to be honest. This talk about pregnancy is driving me nuts.
So many times, and she agrees with me every time, and then
it's like it goes in one ear and out the other, and she doesn't listen. Well, have you said, like, hey, you know, can we, like, you've already asked her not to talk about it, correct?
Yeah.
So I would say I did this one trick with my friend because she would, a little bit different of a topic, but she would say very disparaging things about herself, like a lot. And it fucking drove me nuts. And I tried to talk to her about it, and nothing changed. And I wasn't trying to, like, I already did the avenue of, like, pumping her up, and you're amazing and what. Then none of that worked. And I said, you know what, girl, every time you say something disparaging about yourself, all I'm going to do is say the word pineapple and nothing else. And I started doing that. And eventually, before she said the disparaging thing about herself, she thought of me saying pineapple and she didn't fucking say it. So maybe a system like that.
Okay, I love that.
Because honestly, you know, we get by with a little help from our friends. Like, you know, maybe she needs help to not talk about it. And this is creating, like, a mental exercise for her.
Yeah. Because I feel bad because I know that she is anxious about it, and she has all this anxiety, and she's got enough health issues to be worried about anyway with it all going on. So I don't want to, like,
you don't want to ban her from talking about this. Well, especially if you're her best friend, like, she wants to, I would imagine I'd want to talk to my best friend about something I'm going through that's scary, but, like, it sounds like she's just going in a hamster wheel about it. So maybe you allot 10 minutes of the conversation about that, or 5 minutes, or you save it till the very end. But I would suggest, coming up with a system and say, hey, girl, you know I love you, and you know that it drives me nuts that this is all you could talk about, even though I love you and I want this to work out for you. It's getting to the point where every time you bring it up after you know that we got to talk about something else, I'm just going to say the word pineapple or pick another word. But I think the obscureness of the word and the randomness of it is an interruption into the neurons in your brain that continue the thought.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I appreciate that because I just kind of at my wit's end, but that's a great solution.
Yeah,
you don't need to be polite around your friends. It seems like you have a very polite nature, and to me, like, having a friendship that close, where I'm still like, this is like one of the things that, like, blows my mind. There'll be, like, couples that have been together for, like, 10 years and they still talk to one another in, like, a
kindergarten-y,
like a polite, like, cordial business manner, and
that's not human.
How have you existed for 10 years together? I would just be like,
shut the fuck up.
My best friend and I say crazy things to each other. I mean, I'm a comedian and he's, you know, a gay man. So, but, you know, but yeah, I just think, like, you don't need to be polite. It's your best friend. Like, you should be.
It doesn't mean you're not
loving
being
kind, but you don't have to be polite.
It's not like, I mean, I guess it is polite, but it's more, I'm just trying to be sensitive. We've been best friends our entire life.
Yeah, you don't have to be that sensitive to someone who you've been friends with. You just don't.
When we grew up, like, very differently. We have different communication styles, and we've butt heads since the end of high school, and sometimes our friendship will drift because we're not communicating the same way, and I'm trying to avoid that because I just kind of want her in my life right now more than, because I can take this time away and separate, but if I do snap at her, she doesn't handle it well from anyone. She kind of grew up very spoiled in kindness. Like, nobody's really snapped at her, and I have, and we do, and it's fine. It's just, this is a sensitive topic that she wouldn't take that well.
Yeah.
And I know that.
So develop the pineapple system, because that's not mean in any way. But also, too, I would say, I mean, maybe this is opening up Pandora's box, but, like, if something really traumatic does happen to her in this journey of trying to get pregnant, she's going to want to talk to you about it, and she should feel comfortable doing that. So it's like, maybe
you also shouldn't have to walk on eggshells to make sure someone's not going to be your best friend. Like, there's a little weird relationship dynamic in here. Like, you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around her to keep her friendship. Like, it's a little strange vibe I'm getting. You know, because the same rules we use in romantic relationships, we can apply to friendships.
In my life, but
what?
she's like a very finicky person in my life. Like, just her personality is kind of difficult, and she can be very selfish at times. So it shuts her down, and that does make me tiptoe around it sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's just, the communication is more important because I do want her to be able to come to me if something major happens. I just don't want it to be like we're talking about my dog and all of a sudden it's led to her child that isn't born yet.
Yeah,
and
say exactly that.
She just seems like a bit of a brat, kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
she's
seems a
just
little
bit of a brat.
World revolves around me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe developing this type of system with her is going to help her retrain her brain to not fucking do that. And then giving her the heads up like, hey, obviously, if you have like a crazy update, please, I want to hear that. But, you know, relating anything that I say back to your pregnancy is to the point where it's driving me mad. And I fucking love you, girl. So next time you do that, I'm just going to say the word pineapple and I'm going to shut the fuck up and then we're going to resume the conversation.
Yeah, I like that. I think that'll work. And I know that she cares, but she just gets wrapped up in her own world, which I just shut down and I can't handle it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's understandable. Well, thanks for calling, and I hope that helped.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day or night or whatever.
Making a lot of excuses for that friend. Whoa, I felt like I was talking to an abuse victim there. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I didn't see that at all because
Holy
I was friends
shit.
with my ex-best friend.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm not going to talk her out of it. I'll just let you answer this. But I was like, no.
Yeah.
Can we give a quick shout out on the chat?
I don't think that was an option. What was the pay tier here?
We got a $20 tip.
Oh, really?
Oh, we get tips?
We got a tip from
Where,
Will.
I didn't even know we could get tips.
Where's that going?
Hey, guys, give us your money.
I have your first book, girls. Thanks so much.
Aw, thanks.
Where's
Thanks
that money
to your
going?
podcast.
I guess to the Google
no idea.
AdSense. I guess it's going to go to that
Oh,
check that I write to you guys.
Okay, cool.
I was like, I don't even know where that money goes.
Wait, we have to logistically figure this out. Wait, we can get tipped?
Yeah. You got a $20 tip.
I didn't know that.
That's very sweet. Please feel no obligation to do that, but that's very sweet.
But if you're
Thank
rich,
you.
if you're like already a millionaire,
if you're a man,
especially if you're a man and you're watching this, oh, thank you.
Thank you, Will I Am.
Will I Am. If you are the
we guilted him into
legit
it.
Will I Am.
Thanks to your podcast, I've learned a lot, and my girl is really happy. We went to see y'all here in LA at the Comedy Store.
Oh. Yay. What is he, pussy now? Fucking hero over there.
You know what though? It makes me so happy to know that a straight guy can find a more beautiful level of a relationship with his already girlfriend through our show. That's just talk about women helping women, huh?
Mm-hmm.
God, I want to write down quotes from this show, and then we have to guess if Corinne or Christina said it.
That's easy. Hello, you're live with Guys We Fucked. What's going on in your life?
Uh-oh.
For real?
For real.
Oh, my God.
How you doing?
Dude, I'm okay. How are you guys doing?
Dude, I'm fucking sick, dude. What's going on in your life? You need advice on something?
Oh my God. It's been
One
really
week.
fucking weird.
Did you look at me?
So I don't even know where to start. So I've been listening to you guys for 9+ years.
Hell yeah, OG fucker.
It's been ridiculous.
Thank you.
I've never calling in because every time I felt like a dumb bitch, I would like start an email and then like figured out my answer.
But that's that's teach a man to fish. That's what we wanted you to do.
Teach women to fish.
That's what we wanted to do.
We should have a goddamn Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh God, it's fucking weird. So I dated a dude for I don't know, 10 months.
Okay.
And near the beginning of December, we broke up. And so we started dating in February and ended in December.
Okay.
I should definitely tell you that I've been drinking tonight because
we could tell.
No, we knew.
Anyway,
I think the hiccup gave it away.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Wow, I didn't realize I was doing that. So anyway, we dated for about 10 months. He harassed me. It was awful. Ended up with a restraining order, whatever. I knew, like, while I was dating him, it was like, all right. When I first started talking to or listening to you guys, it was Dick to Bomb.
Okay.
Like,
that was my
that
ex.
is how far back we're going.
My ex roommate.
And when
episode.
I was dating this man,
the reason I dated him for 10 months was because the sex was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm. That'll do that. That'll make you date for 10 months or 7 years.
Fucking walking red flag. I got it. It was fine. But we had fantastic sex. And I remember a few months ago, Corinne, you were talking about, like, when you're in a relationship, either the sex is good or, like, the personality is good. And for me, I haven't been able to get those two things together. Mm-hmm. It fucking sucks.
I don't know that I've said that. I've had.
You look pretty surprised.
I've had sex with many people who have good personalities.
It was burned into my memory, but maybe I'm thinking of it
because it resonated.
Sometimes I'm like saying things a little like jokingly over the top that I don't actually authentically mean, because then my life would be in shambles. You know what I'm saying? It is a comedy podcast. You got to take everything with a grain of salt.
Right. But it resonated with you because you felt like you've had a similar experience, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar experience. So I dated a guy. It was about 10 months. Like, it wasn't a crazy amount of time. I broke up with him. Didn't take it well. It was a really bad breakup. Ended up in a permanent protection order.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't even like a 2-year protection order. It was like lifelong. Please never contact me
What
again.
did he do to get that? I'm glad you got that when you requested it. That's great. What happened? If you don't mind, if you don't talk about it, but.
Oh my God, I could go into so many details, but really, what like the outcome was, I've been in therapy for so long that when I was going through this process, like I kept my shit together. Like, I understood this is a him thing, not a me thing. And we're going to get through this. He, like, as long as he leaves me alone, everything is fine. But we had our trial on the 12th of January. And ever since then, I kind of went on a downward spiral. At the same time, I have had friends who were like, ooh, when you're ready to date, you should be my one friend.
Okay.
And I have since, it's kind of stupid, I don't really know how much you want to know, but I have since started talking to somebody.
Okay.
And I am not sure, like, part of me feels not emotionally stable to start dating people.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Listen to that voice.
I'm in therapy, right? Like, I understand, like, I need to be like a steady person to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the way things happened was my friend was like, when you're ready, I have somebody I want you to meet. And the person she said ended up adding me on Instagram before I was ever ready to start talking to anybody.
Okay.
And I did kind of want to talk to him. So I felt like my options were ignore this motherfucker, never talk to him again, or start talking to him and pretend like everything's fine.
You don't have to talk to somebody just because they friended you on Instagram.
Yeah, there were more options that you didn't see.
Yeah, motherfuckers follow me on Instagram every day, and I'll never talk to them. No offense.
Please fucking tell me what my options are, because
just let him follow you and then exist in the world.
Yeah, if you're not ready to date, don't, and let him follow you. Who cares? And just keep existing and going about your life as you normally would.
Yeah. You weren't ready.
Well, it's really embarrassing how easy it is when you say it like that.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes somebody else to see your situation and kind of point out the obvious when it's not obvious to you. That happens to everybody.
Yeah, it's much easier to give critiques on other people's lives.
Or like give very instant advice. It's much easier to give advice to somebody, especially that I don't know, than myself, because I can see things completely different because there's no bias.
Yeah, there's a clarity when you're looking at other people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just from what you're saying, and just like even like I'm saying this with love, but the state that you're in right now, like it doesn't sound like you're in a place to let someone else in. It sounds like you have a lot of things that you want to work through on your own and kind of get through on yourself. And it's great that you're in therapy, and that's amazing, and that was an excellent choice to make, and I hope it's helping you. But like, I don't know where this this imaginary time limit or a time constraint came from. And also I'm a little pissed at your friend should have known you better and known like what you're going through right now and not have even mentioned this to you.
Right.
Like it feels like it was not necessary to do that. It was like an extra variable you didn't need right now.
Well, I felt like I think from her perspective, she was trying to come from a good place. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she wasn't trying to push somebody onto me.
Everyone always is, for the most part, trying to come from a good place. That doesn't mean it was good for you, though, you know? I'm not saying that she had malintent or anything, but I'm just saying it was, it feels like she had a cool, fun idea and, like, didn't really think it through.
Maybe. Like, and again, you don't know the details. She didn't know all of the details.
Right.
And this person, like, from what I knew, like, what I told her was, this shit sucked and I need time.
Yeah.
Like, I am not ready to date anybody. And then her friend added me on Instagram, and I felt like I was at a crossroads. Like, I could not add him and never figure out who this person was, even though
you owe this person no obligation.
Go ahead, sorry.
And also, he probably doesn't expect. Honestly, I don't know this person, but I don't think he expects anything from you. I mean, if he did, Jesus Christ. But like, I don't. Yeah. In a social etiquette, like, if I were to guess, I don't think he expects anything. He's just like, oh, you know what? Let me friend her now, so I can just,
It keeps you on their radar. Like, I just like follow people when I want to just keep them on my radar, so I just don't forget. It's not like now or never.
Can I tell you? All right. Can I tell you the last part of this story?
Oh God, is it going to take a turn? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be like such a fucking dumb bitch, but I know I am. So
all right, hit us.
We started texting. It's fine. We're texting.
The guy who friended you on Instagram?
I'm happy to text with this person, but we thought about meeting up after like a week and a half. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He got food poisoning, and part of me was like, let me just like come over with some Gatorade and some saltines.
You're Krystyna 25. Back that thing back up.
I like to be a helping person, but
you don't know this motherfucker.
Like, food poisoning doesn't kill a lot of Americans, okay? We're fine.
Okay.
It's a first world country.
Okay, so if I go on a date with him, okay, all right, last question. If I go on a date with him tomorrow, it could be cool, but at the same time,
you're not ready, you said.
I like that you're phrasing this as a hypothetical when you're definitely.
Wait, are you ready to date or not?
Sorry. No, dude, I'm not super sure. I don't know if I want to fuck this dude or date this guy, and I don't know how to tell him that.
How about option C? Neither.
Neither. Oh, yeah. You don't have to do anything. You said to us you're not ready to date. Give yourself more time. This guy will exist, and if it's really going to work out with him, it'll work out.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy? Why are we so excited about him?
I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking story, but it's fine.
I bet it's not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, girl.
I bet he's just not that excited. I bet he's just a new guy.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
But like,
my favorite part was when you called him following you on Instagram to cross.
He shouldn't have done that.
He had No, I disagree. I disagree with you. I gotta say,
Paramount tomorrow.
Anybody, if you have a public profile, that means anybody can follow you on Instagram. If your profile is private, that means that you have the luxury of not accepting a follow request.
It's a real from Justin to Kelly and back again.
I feel like you have this idea that the ball is not in your court, but it's your life. The ball is 100% in your court. You steer your ship.
Yeah.
He don't steer your ship.
Okay, so what if? Okay, so this is where we're at.
In the crossroads?
We hung out, but like not in a date situation.
Not in a date.
We go out
okay.
on a date, and I decide you know what? You're a really cool person, but I'm not there yet. What would you say?
I would say, why are you going out on a date with me if you're not there yet? Why are you leading me on? Can you imagine if a man did this to a woman? We would have a march.
If a man went out on a date with a woman, they both had a good time, and the man said, I really like you, but I'm not ready to date, I'd be like, motherfucker, why did we go out on a date?
I would burn his house down the next day. TLC style.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we jest, but I also mean what I'm saying.
I wish I would have thought that earlier. Okay.
It's all right.
Before you agreed to the date, made reservations, and picked out an outfit for tomorrow.
And brought him Gatorade.
Look.
Because, like, everything about him is fantastic. Like, I don't necessarily want to let this person, like, leave my life. Like,
whoa.
You got it, Alexis.
Already, you know?
Wait,
but
what?
I don't want to, like, let him go because I don't want somebody else to have him, you know?
Okay, that's wrong reasons. I don't usually like saying that to people because whatever your reasons are your reasons, and you're a business. And look, after this call, you do what you goddamn want to do, right? We're just giving you advice. You could take it or leave it, right? But what I'm saying is, you're not taking personal ownership and responsibility for your life. You don't want to. If you don't want to date or you're not ready to date, don't. And then don't act like this guy following you on Instagram is somebody holding a gun to your head.
Yeah,
because you steer your ship.
I also think that if he is as great as you say he is, which I'm going to be quite honest, I
probably
do not believe.
He might be. But likely no.
Well, she doesn't even know him. It hasn't been long enough.
Right.
We don't know, you know. And but if he is as great as you seem to think that he is, then you're not gonna. Why would you want to start dating him when you're not your best self? Because then you're gonna lose him.
Good point.
I think we as women forget that we can also show up not ready and lose men. It's very heterosexuality. I think that's a part that's really fucking skewed. We always are like, men aren't ready, whatever. If you're not ready, you could fuck up a relationship too. It just doesn't sound. I mean,
as Dan Savage says, you're not in good working order to be entertaining a relationship at the moment, and that's a really great thing to know about yourself because then you can act accordingly.
So if we were technically supposed to have a date tomorrow.
Why are you talking to us like we're idiots?
And are emotionally ready to fucking date somebody.
Yeah.
Can I text him?
Yes.
Is that like an ass move?
No,
I see him or call him.
I think that's a totally fine move.
You could call him. You could call him if you guys. If she feels more comfortable texting, I think that's okay.
Listen, a text is fine. I've gotten hundreds of them.
All right.
Oh, boo hoo.
Well, I was actually
Mikey and his big dog.
I was actually thinking of Mike when I gave the advice to call.
But that's fine. Go ahead.
No, you don't have to be, be kind, but just say, hey, I'm so sorry, but I kind of put the cart before the horse a little bit, and I realize I'm not ready to date. I got excited, but if I really sit with myself and think, I'm not in a position to get to know somebody at the moment. But when I am, and if you're still single, let's do it. And you know what? He might fucking respect the shit out of that if he is this great guy.
Yeah, or he might think you're lying, but that's his issue.
It's so hard to fucking think of those words on my own. Thank you so much for saying that.
It's all right. So it's easier. Like I said, it's easier. Sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees, and it's difficult. But
it's hard to text when you're drunk too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but text him tomorrow and let him know.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's been like that for a while, and I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
For that part.
But yeah.
Thank
you for calling and best of luck.
And don't drunk text him. I know not tonight or any other time.
Don't drunk text him. Got it. We'll wait till the morning when I'm sober.
Yes, girl. Yes. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be well.
Have a good night.
Bye. Every night gets wilder.
I know. Kind of like it.
Yeah, these are some crazy. While we were on that call, I picked up this card and it said, "What does respect mean to you?" And I was like, "Whoa,
a vacation to Croatia and shutting the fuck up."
Is it a tarot deck? It's not.
Or 2 to decline. Press. The call will start at the beep.
Greetings. You're live with Guys We Fucked. What's going on? Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing that I made it through.
Yay.
Cool. Wow, this is so exciting. I got to see my friend next to me. I have a situation where I was in a relationship for like a year and a half, and the guy was into a lot of fascinating fetishes, and I don't know how to like move past it now when I'm like pursuing maybe the next relationship or like sexual experience.
Ooh, okay. So you're not with this person anymore?
No, I'm not.
Okay, spill the tea.
Kind of a mutual break.
Spill the tea. What was he into?
So he started by telling me that he was really into butt stuff.
Yes.
Which really, yes.
For me, like he likes to get fucked up the ass, or like his prostate milked, or his prostate stimulated.
Yeah, and like always dildos, taking my fist, a lot of things.
Okay.
And how did you feel about that?
I mean, when he first told me, like right when we first kind of met, I was surprised he was so like honest about it. But
how soon did he tell you this?
Like we had met in like November, and we spent New Year's Eve together, and it was like New Year's Eve night.
Okay.
Oh, that's
okay.
That's an appropriate amount of time.
That's a very respectable amount of time, in my opinion.
Then we decided we were a thing, and then he came out to visit me more and more. And then one time on video chat, he was like, "Okay, I want to share the rest of my fetish with you."
Okay.
Which was like, have you ever heard of ABDL?
No.
What is it? A big dick, ladies?
Baby diaper lover.
Oh, I have. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the letters.
I didn't know the abbreviation.
But yeah, that's the word.
So he likes to be in a diaper treated like a baby?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Okay.
So when you called,
yeah, to each their own. Super fascinating. Didn't know there were like stores all around the country where you can buy stuff.
Oh yeah, yep. There are adult diaper stores for the sexy kind. Of
yeah,
diapers.
I went to one when we were in the car listening to Dan Savage. Remember, I went to the website.
Yes.
And I was reading you all the products.
Yes. Yes. Fascinating. Okay, so did you end up indulging in this fantasy with him by any chance?
I tried my best. Like I would like. I think I participated like once or twice in the actual diaper wearing, but there's so many other like accessories like onesies and pacifiers and like things. So I would like participate, but it turned into like he would travel for work. So eventually he ended up moving to where I live. We like decided to move in together right away, which was insane.
Whoa. Did you have a changing table?
Was there a crib?
What was that?
Was there like a baby's room in his home?
Yeah, did you have a nursery?
So he like when he moved in, it was like I don't know. He was like, "Oh, I'll keep all my stuff in my room." So like, kind of turned into like the playroom, you could say.
It's the baby's room. You can't come in.
Wait, would he wear the diapers or would you?
No, he would. And
okay.
He would like. He loved it. Like it turned into like every weekend.
Wow. Like, and what would you have to?
It's
what was
5 o'clock somewhere.
What was your role in this fetish? I'm so curious because I've heard about this fetish before, but I'm like, what is the other partner's role sexually while this is happening? Because I know sometimes people that are into that fetish, there actually is no sex involved, which is like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So how did that play out when you would?
I would say better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me that a wet diaper felt like 1,000 pussies.
1,000 pussies? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like loved the feeling of like getting off with the diaper on.
Wow.
For me, it feels like a UTI. But
a wet diaper felt like 1,000 pussies.
Poetic.
To me, I'm like, man, what a simple way to get an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
What an unpredictable yet very doable way to get that feeling. And so, what did you do while he was in the diaper?
Yeah, sorry. So we would like role play.
Okay.
So like I would be like the mommy.
Yeah.
And then like I would help rub him, like rub him or like we'd use the vibrator.
On him or you?
No, it's for him on his diaper.
Would you get off during this?
I don't know.
That
maybe like
a no.
That's a no.
Quarter of the.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Not often.
And then like he'd want to join like these like groups in town where we go to like lunches with other people in the fetish.
Oh my God, it's a fetish, not an identity. Jesus.
Weird butt stuff. Yeah, it just like got really excessive, and like at this point, I feel like now when like I go out on dates with other guys, they'll be like, "Oh, what are you into?" And the first thing I want to be like is, "Oh, I dated this guy that like did this, and that like probably freaks them the fuck out."
Well,
I just like don't need a shit.
But you're not into it.
Yeah,
so
it's not your fetish, it's his fetish. And that's to be honest, it's an extremely interesting thing. However, I mean, I wouldn't disclose that to a date until you're like dating. You know what I mean? Like until you have a gauge for like what, a little bit a comfortability level with that person. You don't gotta bring that up just yet. I mean, fucking call us and tell us about it. That's the outlet for it. And your girlfriends, obviously, and your friends. But did he have any other fetishes?
I think that seems time consuming.
There's been like all types of stuff. What else did he want to get into? Oh, like, have you ever done sounding?
Yo, yeah.
Whoa.
I've never done it, but I know about it. It's where you put a sounding rod up your urethra.
What?
He does all the Vice documentaries in one.
Wow.
What do you say?
I said he does all the Vice documentaries in one. Everything you're explaining right now, it's like I'm very familiar with it, but merely from a Vice documentary.
Can I ask you a question? What percentage of your relationship didn't surround these fetishes and sex?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the weird part. Like we'd still like go on trips, go out to the mountains, like things like that. Like it would be like.
Would you bring diaper bag?
Baby in the mountains.
I mean, those like camping trips, no, he would never do that. But like
Thank
any
God.
other like.
Yeah, let's draw a line here.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a very interesting experience. Not a lot of people on this planet get that experience. So I will say that's a plus of that. You get to experience that.
Wait, so am I correct in saying that you didn't this is not something you would want to do again with someone, correct? Or no?
I don't think so. And it's like, it's not even, I would call it an obsession. It was just like, he just wanted to do it all the time. Like, he would go away for work trips and go to the hotels and want to like FaceTime me in diaper. Like,
I would say that's an obsession.
Yeah. Because when you called us, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, when you called us and you introduced what you were going to be talking about, you said, I used to date someone who had some really weird fetishes or interesting, unique fetishes, and I don't know now how to get past that. The way I thought the story was going to go was that it was so interesting that all the other sex you're going to have is vanilla. Because I've dated someone like that where it was so like we had such weird kinky sex that then moving on to new men was and sometimes is still quite boring for me, and I really miss that sexuality I had with that person because he was like a devious like perv in all the right ways. But then you told us this, and it seems like almost like, I don't want to say traumatized you, but like in a little way, it seemed like
it did.
It mildly traumatized you, and like that's why you don't know how to get past it.
Is that correct?
Like, what's going on here? So like, what is it that when you say I need help getting past it? What do you mean? Can you clarify a little bit?
Yeah, well, one, it was helpful to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't tell the next guy I go on a date with.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
What if you said yes or what if you said no?
All I just want is like vanilla sex now. Like I don't want to do anything.
Hey,
like,
you're in luck.
Okay?
A lot of straight guys just know P and V. You get on top or they get on top. So I don't think
that's so easy to find.
The person that you dated previously is a rarity. They obviously exist because there's stores that sell adult diapers for sexual pleasure. However, you dated somebody, you won the baby fetish lotto in a way that you didn't mean to play it, but it's rare. It's rare. It's not common. And
it feels like she's telling these people on the first date though, because she's scared and she wants to find out quickly if they have a very kinky kink too, so that you can get them out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Look, okay, I date in New York City. The majority of people that I date do not have, I mean, I wish they did, honestly, but they don't have a kink or fetish at all. Like maybe 2 people that I dated.
I know, their fetish in New York is like not calling you back.
I know, and it's really not my kind of bag.
Forgetting your birthday. Ooh, me so horny. A lot of people have that fetish. fucking another woman. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I like that.
Call
but
the
when
King
we're talking
Police.
about it. Yeah, so here's the rule of thumb. Don't talk about it unless you start to really get serious with the guy. That doesn't mean you can't fuck a guy before you start getting serious, but you know, like the person that you dated, he revealed this to you a couple months into the relationship, as he should have, because that's a big one, and you want to ease in and get to know the person, make sure you're comfortable with them before you introduce this intimate part of their lives, which he did. So as you get deeper into a relationship, sexually and emotionally with a person, you could say, because that's something I want to share with a partner, and be like, yo, this really interesting thing happened to me.
Yeah. I don't want to call it an irrational fear, but I think it's a fear that I don't think you have to be too worried about, because most people like to have pretty vanilla sex, and I would say,
unfortunately, yes,
and a lot of men actually like to have really vanilla sex. A lot of men don't even like to like give a little slap.
Yeah, most.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
I think most of the guys I've dated are. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I will say that your odds of running into another person that has a baby fetish is very slim.
And if it happens again,
play the lotto if it happens again.
It's something you're doing.
Or it's something you're doing. Or do a past life regression where you figure out the roots of that. But I'd be willing to bet that you're not going to come across that again.
Okay.
Thank you for calling. This was a really interesting call. We really appreciate you sharing your story.
Fucking episode here, guys.
Thanks. Shout out to Natalie. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Shout out. Thank you.
Wow. What a way to end this
live. That's some good calls.
God, I could take calls all night.
I could too.
I love that.
It's really fun.
Yeah, talk radio, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I would love to, but that's the thing. Like,
I love a talk radio show.
I would love to be in a radio station like late at night.
It's just you and the janitor.
Yeah, I
and
love
the lights
that.
are all low. Like even the hallway lights are off because it's so late.
I would love that.
And then the janitor comes up to you and he looks at you and you're like, oh, I've never felt this before. And then then you have sex.
Woo, guys. Oh, my God. What an episode. If you're watching us live, we have a bunch of tour dates. We're going to be on the road.
Gosh.
Make sure to come to our shows.
Yes. It is in Canada in March.
In March, but also in February. So I'm doing Levity Live in West Nyack, New York, okay? And that's this coming weekend. So February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Come see me.
That's next weekend.
That's next weekend. It is next weekend. Time is fake anyway, so whatever. But for scheduling purposes, it is next weekend. Levity Live in West Nyack. And then February 9th through the 11th, I'm going to be at Rumors Comedy Club in Winnipeg, Canada. ChristinaHutchinson.com for tickets, or go to any of my social media. Click the Linktree bio. Tickets are there. If you know somebody in those areas, let them know.
Yes, and then for me, my February dates are Austin, Texas, February 10th, which is a Friday. Following night, Houston, Texas, February 11th. Following weekend, Toronto, Canada, February 17th and 18th. All the tickets are CorinneFisher.com, or also in the Instagram, the Linktree link in my Instagram bio, which is at PhilanthropyGal. Make sure you're following us all on social media. I'm at PhilanthropyGal.
I'm at Krystyna Hutch.
And I'm at Mike Coscarelli.
Together, we're Guys We Fucked, without the you and fucked, on all platforms, including TikTok.
And if you're watching this now and you haven't hit that subscribe button on YouTube, please do it. It's absolutely free, and it helps us so much, and we appreciate it. And listen to our regular podcast, Guys We Fucked, every Friday, wherever you listen to podcasts, including right here on YouTube. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. We love doing these.
What calls, guys? Thanks for sharing your stories.
Yeah, thanks everyone who called, and we'll talk to you next month.
Next month, yeah.
Bye.